It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the Hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate. Ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renaissance using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shionne's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shionne's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renins, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen,
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
a man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renins inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, while I've got you, what's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat?
Get him, Hootle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hootle!
Ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Rising Wyvern! Crush! I'm not done! Tear! I'll take you all on!
Art Steel! Radiant energy! Leave the enemy's art to me!
No complaints here!
Not on my watch!
Here I come!
Mega Ray!
Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rongo!
So much for sitting this side out.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training
See what
paying
happened
off?
there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Annihilation! I'll be there!
Take this! Move it!
Mega Ray! Xeon! Astral energy! Full throttle!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Super
Take
Solar
this!
Dance! Will this help?
I'm not done!
Now and watch it! Eat this!
Healing Circle!
That frickin' does it!
Here I come!
I owe you so much, Rinro.
Maybe my Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Alphen.
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Dahnan slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? He probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years, no, even before that, just how many people, Renan or Dahnan, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, Well, I get that it's impressive and all. I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it. Bad feeling about this.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free. Here I come! Slash! Dragon
These ones can run free around us.
Wyvern! Tear! Damn it! Soaring light spear!
Waterfall!
Dragon form! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
Here I come!
Prepare to be sealed, oh fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps found is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Rob contain.
Mega Ray!
Rising Wyvern!
I'm all stopped up.
I'm not done!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Reload! All
Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Hurricane Thrust! Soaring Light Spear!
Mega Ray! Eagle Assault!
You're mine! You're mine!
We now
Dragon Form!
Illuminate the
Rising!
Now or never.
I'm not done!
Holy Land!
Hurricane Thrust!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Dahnans?
I'd say it's likely. Which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Dahnans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Dahnans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Rising Wyvern! I'm not done!
That buzzing is driving me mad.
Rising Phoenix!
Something's wrong with me.
You just say the word and I'm
Like a
there.
job for you. I can't believe it's come to this.
You're mine!
More Sukos?
Keep calm and take them down.
Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Escape!
I'll heal you all!
Swallow Blade! Slash! Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern! Hurricane Thrust! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
Enemies incoming!
I'll take you all
Then
on!
we'll take them down.
Slash!
Healing
Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll be there.
Luna Rondo!
Now!
Soaring Dohally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Reinforcements? Dance in the wind!
That'll bring you down.
Let the marksman hang
Take
between
this!
heaven and earth!
Cut!
Away
Dragon
with the
Claw!
lightning!
Rising Wyvern! Crush! I'm not done!
Clearing flame! Reload!
You see what happened there is you crossed me.
We're clean now.
Rising Wyvern! I'm not done!
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Here I go! One more!
You're mine!
I'm
just getting started!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
More? I'm not done! Swallow Blade! Rising Wyvern!
Do it!
Escape!
Blow them away!
More?
Here I go! I never miss! I'm ready!
Swallow Blade! Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern! No escape! I'm not done!
Do it!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Shot!
Well
More?
done! Radiant here! Swallow dance! A whirling ship!
I'm not done! Dragon Form!
Swallow dance!
Rising Wyvern!
Mega ray! Here!
Hurricane Thrust!
That'll bring you down.
I'll tear you apart!
You're mine!
Do it!
Law! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the
More?
wind! Dragon here!
Here I come! Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern!
Wailing
I'm
Banshee
not
of
done!
lightning!
Luna Rondo! Soaring Last Spear!
Winds of heaven to the force!
Here I come!
In here!
I'm on it!
Glimmer Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern!
Here I
Luna
go!
Rondo!
Do it! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Already on it!
Take this!
In the wind!
Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here I go! Raging cascade! That'll bring you down! Is it in the sky?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
You're mine!
Dance in the wind!
You're mine!
I'll finish you here and now!
Dragon Form!
Illuminate the dark!
Rising Wyvern! No escape!
Now fearing flame! Reload!
Luna Rondo! Rising Phoenix!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
More incoming! Here!
You're mine!
That'll bring you down.
Rip and tear!
No escape! Slash!
I'll
Dragon
you
Form!
Mega ray!
Rising Wyvern!
Annihilate! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Lightning
More?
I'll heal you all!
Here I come!
Now
Illuminate
in
the
the
dark!
groove!
Healing
No
comfort!
escape!
Only live!
Dragon Form!
Between heaven and earth! You are in without faith!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no? As impressive as always.
Here I hope that wasn't true.
No, I mean, this ends now!
now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Elfin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Here I come!
These sticks have got your name on them!
Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Move escape! Hurricane Thrust!
I'm out of it! I'm
Soaring Light Spear!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Here I come! Move escape! Dragon Swarm!
I'm sorry to be a
Rising
bother.
Wyvern!
We've all got enough on our
Escape!
plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle! With this, I can become even stronger.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zeugles somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true,
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Dragon Shell! I'll take you all on!
Illuminate the darkness! Come forth!
Rising Wyvern!
Holy Land!
I'm not done!
Came between heaven and earth.
Soaring Light Spear!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours to do.
Move escape!
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Holy
I'll
Land!
finish you here and now!
Came between heaven and earth.
Rip and tear!
I'm not done!
Wheeling get toasty!
Burn strike!
I'm ready!
Here I come!
I'm on
I'm not done!
Here!
Dragon Swarm!
Malevolent!
Rising Wyvern! This one's all mine!
Real Land!
Lunar Rondo!
Eagle Assault!
Soaring Light Spear!
Eagle Fly!
Whirling! You're mine!
Magic is
No
out!
escape!
Radiant light! Here!
Rising Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There's always room for improvement. Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Dragon coming face to face!
Go away!
Not today!
Annihilation!
Try
Shield!
harder!
I'm all stopped up! I'll be saving this one!
Dragon
Annihilation!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go!
Prepare to be sealed.
Raging Sword!
Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing!
Tear! I'm on it! Soaring Light Spear!
Come forth, Holy Glimmer! Holy Land! A chain between heaven and earth!
Take this!
A wailing banshee of lightning!
Well, all good things come to an end.
First aid! Let's get you all tucked away!
Dragon Shell!
One time!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
I'm on it.
Lunar Rondo! Tear! Pistol!
Stand in the wind!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Come forth, the hero
You're
of
mine!
purity!
Strike! Super Dragon Swarm!
Here!
Rising!
Any injuries?
Brace yourself! This one's tough!
A whirling struggle!
Swallow Dance!
Wings of heaven!
Swallow Blade!
Now or never.
Rising
You got
Wyvern!
Symphony!
Blue Escape!
Dance in the wind!
Lunar Rondo!
Trick it does it!
I'm all stopped up! Let's get you all tucked away!
Take this!
A chain between heaven and earth!
I don't feel like my usual self. Are you alright?
Let me handle this one.
So sorry to disappoint
Too
you.
fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Why'd you heal me?
Stop me dying?
Ah, right.
Dragon Swarm! Rising Wonder! Try harder! Now! Lunar Rondo! Soaring Light Spear! Hurricane Jump! Soaring Law! You're mine! Time to let it rip!
This isn't ideal.
Power Blade! Rising Wonder! Eagle Assault! Soaring! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rondo!
I'll tear you apart! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
It looks like you got this one covered.
Eagle Dive! Try harder! My turn!
Radiant
You're mine!
I'll fix you up.
Whirlwind Dragon Swarm!
Chain between heaven and earth. Let me show you what
You're
my power
mine!
can do. Wailing Divine Resurrection!
We barely managed to turn that battle.
You don't need to sound surprised.
Perhaps I should have more faith in you then.
Well, I certainly won't argue.
Slash! Dragon
I'll fix you up.
Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Swallow Dance! Solid Hurricane! Swallow Blade!
Arctic
Here
Waterfall!
I come!
Freeze!
Not my fight.
Stay away from my friends! Dragon Swarm!
Heaven and earth.
Rising Wonder!
Resuscitation!
You're mine!
Here's a healing art!
Not done
Take
yet!
this! Here I come! Swallow Blade!
I'm on it!
You're mine!
A whirling struggle!
Swallow Dance!
Winds of heaven!
just getting
Acceleration!
Strike! Ignite!
Here!
Strike! First strike! Dragon Swarm!
Amazing.
Rising Water! Strike! Lunar Rondo!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
We got... some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Guess I misread the landing.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Try harder! My turn! Strike! Swallow Blade!
Eagle Single pass on the handshake!
Take this! Strike! Dragon Swarm!
Thunder Field!
Rising Wyvern!
Hard Malevolent! Arctic Waterfall!
Hurricane Thrust!
Gemini Onslaught!
This isn't looking good.
Let's get you out of the way!
Through the flaming fire is yours to be let free! Sword! Lunar Rondo! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing light. Cut forth! Holy Glyph!
Now I can let loose.
A chain between heaven and earth! Annihilate! A wailing banshee of lightning!
You're mine!
Wind acceleration!
Rising Wyvern! Enough done! Lunar Rondo!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
First strike!
Let me help!
I'll tear you apart! Swallow Blade! That could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Big blast! Dragon Swarm!
Divine Radiant!
Rising Wyvern!
Eat this!
Crush! Luna
There you go!
Rondo!
Don't let out!
Soaring Knot!
Don't leave me! Annihilation! Eagle Thrust! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
I'm on it!
Lightning Orb! Lightning Protect!
Now I'm in trouble.
Strike! Swallow Blade!
Oh, now I'm real mad.
Hard handle it!
Take this! Luna Rondo!
Feel! Here's a
Soaring
healing orb!
Light
Lightning
Spear!
Orb!
I've let you all down. Can't move.
Here I go! A whirling Banshee of Lightning! Back into the fray! Divine Archer Flare! Complete focus! Do it!
Ringwell! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case. These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans. Or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrek 35 about it sometime.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
You're mine! Take you all on! Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Could stay on the ground.
Lightning Contest! Thunderbolt!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Take this!
I owe you, Shion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
Leave the
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
To me! Dragon Swarm! Slash! Rising Wyvern!
In here!
Soaring Light
Let's get
Spear!
you all tucked away.
Ready to go! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
There! This one's mine!
I'm on! Here I come!
Take one by the power of the Helix of
Dragon
Fury!
Swarm!
Radiant Hero! Now come out of
Take
arrow!
this! Crush!
A whirling struggle!
Dragon Swarm!
Wind!
Rising Wyvern!
First one!
I'm not done!
I'm on a roll now!
Tear!
Eagle of
Luna
Fire!
Rondo!
Won't stop that! Dance in the wind!
Soaring Light Spear!
Flame between heaven and earth! I'll tear you apart!
Here I
Wind
come!
the Banshee of
I'm not
Lightning!
done!
Here, let me help.
Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Luna Rondo!
All disasters may
Dominate!
come!
In an instant! Impact Block!
Take it!
Take this!
How's this?
Come and get it! Here I come! Swallow Blade!
Raging
Dragon
Storm!
Swarm! Rising
Don't do it!
Wyvern! Hey! Blow them away!
Radiant Fire! Lightning Contest!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it! Lock! Get toasty!
Burst Strike!
Those bombs of yours are amazing!
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying? This won't be easy.
You picked the wrong fight! Take this! I'm not done!
I'm on a roll now!
Rising
Let's have a dance in the wind! My arts can do! Rise and
Here I
shine!
come.
Air thrust! Photon! Lightning
You're mine.
Contest!
Strike! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
This'll make us even... more formidable.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
My turn! Strike! Flash! Dragon Form!
Careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
Time is yours to be let
I'm
free!
going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish heaven and earth.
Take this!
A wailing dragon resonance!
Now I'm in the groove! Rising Wyvern!
Outstanding form!
Annihilation! Tear!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Magna Ray! Tempest!
Take this!
More with from...
I'm not done! Dragon Form!
Away! Illuminate the... Blah, blah, blah.
You're mine!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'm going to need to use all of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Dragon Form!
Now I'm in the groove!
Dragon Form!
Illuminate the dark! Consumer blast!
You're mine! No escape! Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern! No escape! Try harder!
Here's a healing art!
Not again!
Now I'm in trouble!
Rondo!
Oh! Now I'm real mad! Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here stuck.
Dragon Form!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
First strike! No escape! Flash! Rip and tear!
Oh, now
Law, you alright?
yeah, I'll be okay.
Raging storm!
Dragon Form! Okay, here I come.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this! Power hurricane!
Glimmer Blade!
Illuminate the dark! Conjuring holy glimmer!
Nothing gets by me!
Gemini Aqua!
Lightning
Orb!
Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern!
I'll tear you apart!
Try harder! Now! You're mine! Slash! Dragon Form!
I'll finish you here!
Repeat these arts to me!
Right here!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
Here's a healing
This one's tough.
First aid! A whirling struggle.
I'm on Dragon Swarm.
These things really get on my nerves.
I'm surrounded.
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly. A whirling struggle. Winds of heaven. First force.
No escape. Dragon Swarm.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'm on. Here I come.
Annihilation! Annihilation!
Not today.
Mega Ray! Annihilation! A chain between heaven and earth.
Dragon
We
Swarm.
barely managed to turn that battle.
You don't need to sound.
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off.
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah? In a vine?
Rising Wyvern.
Witness tear!
Lunar Rondo. You're mine.
Super Swallow Dead!
Talon Sword!
In here. You're mine. Crush. Dragon Swarm. Rising Wyvern.
It's time.
Do it! Mom! Get toasty!
Burn Strike.
Now!
Kisara. Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me?
Brace yourself. This one's tough. Rising Wyvern.
That's not even fair!
Lunar Rondo.
Eat this! Feel!
You're mine. No
More
escape.
than the stockpile!
Dragon Swarm.
A chain between heaven and earth. Here I go.
Take it.
A wailing beam!
Storm. Dragon Swarm.
Now or never.
In here!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my
Swallow
healing
blade.
to accomplish this. Get out!
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
Raging storm! More with that one roll!
Rising Wyvern. Enough done. Lunar Rondo.
Winds of heaven! Eagle
Dragon
ammo!
Crumble.
I'm all soaked up! Feel! Get on in there with the others! Eat this! And again! Lightning Blade! Thunderblade!
Here I come.
I'm just getting started!
Dragon Swarm.
Eagle Dive!
Rising Wyvern.
There you are!
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Photon Blast!
Here I come.
Series
Dragon
Day!
Swarm.
Reload! Raging Storm!
Quit pushing yourself and get behind us.
I'll be right as rain in no time.
You're mine. Crush.
By the power of
Dragon Swarm.
Raging Cascade!
Storm. Take this.
Here! Feel the
Not
medicine
done.
working. More for this stockpile! I'm out of ammo!
You hear it now!
Tempting Swirl! More with that healing circle! What would I do without you?
Be careful, my shoulder. It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Radiant pierce!
You're mine.
Eat this!
Dragon Swarm.
Watch it!
Rising Wyvern. Crush. Lunar Rondo. crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Radiant light!
Super swallow dance! Here I come!
Far beyond the darkest sky!
Dragon swarm!
I call upon thee!
Rising Wyvern!
Keep this off my focus! I hope this
Here I
thing is
come.
nicely approved.
Dragon swarm! Rising Wyvern!
That frickin' does it!
Lunarongo!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
I can feel my precision improving.
Got a really bad feeling about
Eat
this.
dirt! Come and face me! Here I come! Get out here! Eat this! You're mine! Lewis!
Here's a hero.
Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! Lewis escape! Lunarongo! Hurricane Thrust! Lunarongo! Soaring Light Spear! Take this! Swallow Blade! Try harder! My turn! Lewis escape! Slap!
Frickin' does it!
Take this! Take this! Fire!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Here I come!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. You better.
Soaring Light Spear! Lunarongo! Swallow Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
What's this?
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern!
Get toasty!
Burst Strike!
Right, next one.
First Strike!
Already on!
Lewis escape! We are!
Undefeatable!
Unflappable.
Unfazable.
And most of all, we're free!
design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Try harder! Time to cross blade! Here I come! I'm not done! Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern! No escape!
It looks like you got this one covered.
Light Spear!
Eagle Fly!
You're mine!
Raging
Here I come!
Charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Dragon Form!
I'm on a roll now.
Dragon Form!
Oh, now I'm real mad.
Leave your charges to me.
Try harder! I'll tear you apart! I'm not done! Storm! Lunarungo!
Let's get your ass away.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here I go!
Try harder! My turn!
Searing flame!
Dragon Swarm! Rising Light! Try harder! Try harder! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Rising Light! Hurricane Strike! On it! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my
Take that! Try harder! Take this!
Eat this!
No escape!
Nothing gets by me.
Dragon Swarm!
Cricket does it!
No escape!
Eagle Fly!
Dragon Swarm! Rising Light!
Let's tear it up! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it!
You're mine! Look!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
This should make for some... Good whip! Even crafting material.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Take this! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! You're mine!
Swallow dance!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm!
You see what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that. There you go.
I'm not done! Swallow Blade! I'll take you all!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Watch this!
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Rising Light! Crush! Lunarungo! Soaring Light Spear! Here I come! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Rising Light!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! I'm even stronger than before. Hey, what do you say we fight them?
Brace yourself! This one's tough!
You got something
Take this!
Radiant Light!
I'm not...
Arcane Waterfall!
Wyvern! They got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Hurricane Thrust! Rising Phoenix! First strike!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
A whirling strike! The power of my healing arts to accomplish this! First force!
Here I come! Slash! Dragon Swarm!
Cyclone! Dance in the wind!
Here I come! Take this! I'm not done!
Magic is
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze System! One more time!
No escape! Strike!
A chain between heaven and earth! A whirling beauty of lightning! Sleep now!
Now I'm in the groove! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! Strike! Hurricane Thunder! Time to let it rip! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Rising
I owe you so much, Ringo.
Maybe my arts do have a purpose.
I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire! My turn!
Come on, roll now!
Escape!
Dance in the wind!
Take that!
A whirling
Swallow
swallow!
blade!
Winds of heaven!
Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Lunar Rondo! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Elfin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm ready for fighting!
Eagle Fly! Rising Wyvern!
Dance in the wind!
Lunar Rondo!
Air thrust! A whirling
Soaring
struggle!
Right Spear! Blow them away!
Illuminate the dark!
Take this!
Holy glimmer! Holy
First
land!
strike!
A
You're
chain
mine!
between heaven and earth!
Dragon Swarm!
Fancy of lightning!
Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Lunar Rondo!
A whirling struggle! Here I go!
Soaring Light Spear!
Mega Ray! First force! Gemini!
You're mine! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Raging cascade! Go! Swallow
You're
Dare!
mine!
Spread!
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching. Me so closely. Let's dispose of the trash.
Here I come! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Rising Light!
It can hide itself? Amazing!
Here I come!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
First strike!
I'm going to use all the
Here I
power of
come!
my healing arts
I'm
to
not done!
accomplish
Dragon Swarm!
No, I won't give in!
Here's the time! Blah, blah, blah!
You're mine! No escape! Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane! Requires complete focus!
Super
Swallow Dare! Here! Talon Storm!
Soaring Right Spear!
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin! Very bad!
I don't feel so good.
Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Here's a healing arc!
Here I come!
That spot! I'll finish you here
Take
and
it!
now!
I'm not done!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Swallow Blade!
Awesome!
Can't be the world!
Rising
Here's a
Wyvern!
healing outstanding form! Ice
Swallow
resistance!
Dare!
Searing flame! Reload! Illuminate the
Here
dark!
I come!
All the power of my healing arts to
Holy
accomplish this.
I'll stop its charge! Eat
Thanks, Kisara!
I'm not done!
Slash! Condemned!
Dragon Swarm!
Thunderblade!
Rising Wyvern!
Why'd you heal me?
Right. Not again!
A chain between heaven and earth!
Strike! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! Strike!
Watch this!
Astral...
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Lightning!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too.
I'm not done! Eagle Fly! Dragon Form! I'll tear you apart!
Now I'm in the groove!
I can feel everyone, get back! It's too dangerous! Radiant here!
Eat this!
Recover! Raging cascade!
All good things come to an end.
You're mine! Take it! Dragon
In
Form!
here! Not in your dreams!
Rising Viper!
Do it! Lost! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
That's quite the technique.
You need me? I'm there.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Super Swallow Dance!
Healing
Swallow Blade!
Like Astral Purge!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
I'm not done! Dance! Take this! Dragon Form!
What's this?
Rising Viper! Moon Escape!
Go away!
You're mine! Take this!
Divine
Dragon Form! Moon Escape! Slash! Dragon
Illuminate
Form!
the dark!
Super Swallow Dance! You're mine! Moon Escape! Dragon Form!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
I'm on!
Photon, illuminate the
Take
dark!
this!
Come forward!
Dragon Form!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eagle
You're
assault!
mine! Dragon Form!
I'm on a roll
I'm
now!
out of ammo!
Take this! Crush! You're mine!
Hold together! Just a little longer!
Dragon
Thanks for the
Form!
sympathy.
Get it together! We need to inform!
I'm not done! Lunar Rondo! Soaring Light Spear!
I really owe you one.
A wailing vampire lightning!
Try harder! My turn!
Go! We
I'm not done! Dragon Form!
Mega
Rising Viper!
Storm! Whoa! Hey! One at a time!
Take this!
Ice
Dragon
Razor Cyclone!
All finished.
Rising Viper!
Here I go.
I'm not done!
Oh, now
Lunar Rondo!
that frickin' does it!
Soaring Light Spear!
There you one more! Here! That frickin' does it!
Here I come!
Will this help?
Fluid!
Eat this!
Let the
Here I come! Blue Escape! Dragon Form! Rising Viper! Here I go! Stay away from my friend! Blue Escape! Dragon Form! Rising Viper! I'm not done! Lunar Rondo!
I'll bring you back from
Soaring Light Spear!
Gale Force!
Take this! Cut!
No pay for that!
Dance in the wind!
I'm not done!
Water! Now!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
You sure showed them!
All in a day's work.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
Brace yourself! This one's tough!
The picture is
You're mine!
Searing flame!
Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern!
Wailing Annihilation! In here!
Soaring Light Spear!
Lightning can Gemini
Ignite!
Heaven and Earth!
It's time! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Swallow dance!
You're mine!
Now I'm in the groove! Witness
I owe you one! No escape!
This world! Searing flame! Reload! The flame!
Swallow blade!
Eat this!
Burning!
Rising Wyvern! No escape! Hold nothing back! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! Tear! Soaring! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire! Take this!
Outstanding form! Raging
Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern!
Should have messed with me!
A wailing Banshee
I'm not done!
Dragon Shell!
Tear!
Thankful
Soaring Light Spear!
A whirling struggle!
The flame inside me!
Winds of heaven!
I'm on!
Burst forth! By the power of the earth!
No escape! Swallow Blade!
You are
Strike!
the way!
Glitter Dragon!
Annihilation!
You're mine! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Hey! When it is
Rising
time!
Wyvern!
I'm not here! Dance in the wind!
Lunar
Annihilate!
Bongo!
You see what happened there as you crossed it.
Hurricane
Shouldn't have
Shot!
done that.
Annihilation!
Try harder! Now!
I'm sorry to be a bother. We've all got enough. I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! First strike!
Let me help!
Take this!
First aid!
Okay, here I go!
Now I'm in the groove!
Lightning condemned!
Here I come!
Whirling struggle!
Dragon Swarm!
Wind!
Rising Wyvern! Here I come!
Healing circle!
So much for sitting this fight out. That wouldn't be a complaint. Nope, that'd be silly.
Back into the fray!
Watch it!
Here I come!
I'll tear you apart!
I'll heal you
You're
one
mine! Dragon Swarm!
Illuminate
Here I
the
come! What a lead!
Hold
Try
on.
harder!
Mega Ray.
None!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Talon Storm!
Take this! No escape! Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Watch this!
Rising Wyvern! Take this! No escape!
Talon Hurricane!
Soaring Light Spear!
What came between heaven and earth? Damn it! A wailing Banshee of lightning! With my
You're mine!
Rise and shine!
Dragon Swarm!
Resurrection!
Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Lunar Bongo! Soaring Light Spear!
Eagle Thrust! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Here I come!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon Swarm!
Air thrust!
Here I come!
Winds
I'm
of
not
heaven!
done!
Burst forth!
Dragon Swarm!
Now!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
They really made us work for that one. Hey, look at that enemy! I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Not
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Try harder!
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough. All disasters made one.
No!
Come forth, healing security! Resurrection! What would I do without
Now! Take this! No escape!
in here?
Now I'm in the
Order
groove!
stockpile!
Take this!
Die!
No escape!
Raging storm!
Rising water!
Roll
Here I
away!
come! I'm not done!
It was nice while it lasted.
Take this!
Reload!
This one keeps charging us!
I don't even know
my
the word
shield's for.
defeat.
Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Dragon Swarm!
Away!
Rising Wyvern! No escape! Lunar Rondo!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Illuminate the dark!
Dragon
I don't even know the word defeat.
Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Hurricane Thrust! Lunar Rondo!
Won't give up.
Stay away from my friend! Take this! Crush! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rondo!
Get you all tucked away.
Soaring Ring Spear!
Need to pull myself together.
Rising Phoenix! What a relief!
Reload!
Away!
Can't be happening.
Dragon Swarm! First strike! Rising Wyvern!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
You're mine!
It looks like you got this one covered. My axe hurts, Miller! Field!
Here I come!
Get on
I'm
there
not
with the
done!
others.
Try harder!
Swallow there!
Far enough!
Time to let it rip! Swallow Blade!
Alright!
Rising Wyvern! Tear!
Wind
Soaring
axe!
I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
Oh, sparkling stars!
Take this! Try harder!
Watch it! Raging
Here I
battle!
come!
A whirling struggle! Winds of heaven!
Dragon Swarm!
Sweep now! I'll be saving this
I'm
one!
not done!
I'm stuck! Magic is
Dragon
there!
Swarm!
Burning cut!
Rising
One more
Wyvern!
time!
I'm on it! Dragon Shell! You're mine!
Excellent raging cascade! Eagle of
Dragon Swarm!
In the groove.
Chain between heaven and earth!
Far enough!
A wailing banshee of
Here I
lightning!
come! No escape!
Divine
Dragon Swarm!
Shell!
Rising Wyvern! I'm on it!
Whirling
Eat
Snap!
dirt!
Talon Storm!
Strike!
Tempest whirl!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'm even stronger than before.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! Here I come!
A whirling battle!
You're mine!
Winds of heaven!
Dragon Swarm!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Have a bad feeling about this.
it!
That freaking does it!
Here,
Try harder! Now! Here I
handle
come!
this.
I really owe you.
Ready to go!
Whirling star.
Take this!
Winds of heaven.
Take it!
Annihilation. It's time to finish this. Die! Consuming wildfire. Will this help?
I'll finish you here! Now!
That's it!
I'll heal you all.
Hurricane! Dragon Swarm!
Glimmer Dragon!
Rising Wyvern! Lunar Escape! Lunar Rondo!
A chain between heaven and earth.
There!
Mega Ray.
Lunar Rondo!
Mega
Soaring
Ray.
Light Spear!
Mega Ray.
Eagle Assault!
Here, let me help. First aid.
Do it!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Illuminate the dark into the shadows.
You're mine!
Holy Helen, Mega one more time.
Take this!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'll finish you here and now! Glimmer
Escape!
Eagle Assault!
Holy I'm going to need to
Take
use
this!
all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this. Oh, resurrection!
Take this! This one's all mine!
Yes!
Rising Wyvern!
Eagle
I'm not
Assault!
done! Lunar Rondo! Try harder!
Annihilation! Mega Ray! Lightning raging
Shouldn't have messed
cascade!
with me!
Here's
Dragon
the
Shout!
First Our magic is there!
Dragon Shout!
Dragon
Freeze
Swarm!
Lancer! Dance in the wind!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon Shout!
Here,
Here I come! Strike! Now, let loose!
Turret Plasma Spear!
Freaking does it!
Will this help? More for the stockpile!
No escape! Slash! Dragon Swarm!
I really owe you one.
Burn it
Eagle
out!
Dive!
No escape!
I'm on a roll
Dragon
now!
Swarm! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done!
These fists have got your name on them!
Lunar Rondo! Soaring Light Spear!
What's this?
Hurricane Thrust!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talon storm!
Tear! Searing Gale!
Nothing gets by me!
No! Can't end here!
Don't give up! One
Slow
more!
down.
Gravitas Field! Do it! Charge! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
Huh? I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
What do you think this place was for?
What the hell? Are they asleep?
No. They appear to be well preserved. However, they are all dead.
Dead? So this is a mass grave?
Looks that way. However, none of them appear to be Helgenquil.
Bear in mind that Renans were originally Danans, who were remade and sent to live on Lenegus. Knowing that, they would have needed a place to perform the procedures somewhere.
And that place is here, I assume.
So what you're saying is that all of these are Dahnan, or rather, Renan bodies?
Most likely, yes. It must have been abandoned for one reason or another.
There are so many of them. They were all taken away, but never given the chance to wake.
What is that thing?
Something we have to fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Be careful! It's huge!
What is with all the huge lumber? Beach lately.
It's no ordinary zoo. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourself. All bets are off when it comes to this thing. Crush! Slash! Dragon Swarm!
Talon Storm!
Rising Viper! Cut! Crush! It's over! Luna Rondo! Soaring Light Spear! Rising Phoenix!
Ready to go! I'll be sorry
Head
to be
is
a problem.
We've all
We'll need
got
to bring
enough
it down
of
somehow to hit it. Yes, ma'am.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
Require complete focus.
Here, let me help. Eat this!
Crush! Hurricane Thrust!
Photon
Luna Rondo! This one's all mine!
And here,
Rising Phoenix!
this will come in handy. A new lease on life. A chain between heaven and earth.
Crush!
A wailing beast.
Okay. Hurricane Thrust!
Water.
Tear! Luna Rondo!
Just getting started.
Hurricane Thrust!
Eagle of
Luna Rondo! Soaring Light Spear!
water.
Talon Hurricane!
Rain down and
Here I come! Cut!
reload.
Luna Rondo!
Meteor.
Take this! Crush!
Into the shadow.
Hurricane Thrust! Talon Hurricane!
Looks like you
Luna
can
Rondo!
I'm almost up. The flames.
You're mine!
Here's a healing arm.
Luna Rondo! Talon Hurricane!
You all tucked away.
Hurricane Thrust!
Lightning orb. A banana. Let's go. Thunderblade. Illuminate the target. Magic is in. Going heaven and earth.
Luna
A
Rondo!
wailing Banshee of lightning. In here.
Luna Rondo!
This is
Soaring Light Spear!
What? Photon Blast. All right. It's showtime.
Hurricane Thrust!
Eagle.
Luna Rondo!
Illuminate the stars.
These fists have got your name on them.
Luna Rondo!
Holy land.
Soaring Light
Between
Spear!
heaven and earth.
Super
A
Solar
wailing Banshee of lightning. Mega ray.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
First
I'll
strike!
heal you all. Raging storm.
Crush!
Holy without you fit.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Ah, right.
I'll heal you all.
Dolan! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Let me show you what my heart
Dragon
can
Shell.
You're mine.
Waterfall.
Eat
Freeze
this.
Lancer.
I'll tear you apart!
Air thrust. Photon blast.
Talon Hurricane!
The flames will roar. Burning bright. Charge malevolent.
Hurricane Thrust! Soaring Light Spear!
Glimmer Dragon!
More for the stockpile. Aqueous Surge.
Whirlwind
You're mine!
Here's a healing orb. They're not playing around. Illuminate the stars. Come forward.
Dragon!
Eagle of A wailing Banshee of lightning.
You're mine!
Also stings come to an end.
Lightning condemned! First aid! Thunderbolt! A chain between perimeter! Radiant Pierce! A wailing lightning! Use all the power of my wind! Steel! You're mine! Dragon form!
Lightning Warrior!
Rocket form!
Luna Rongo!
What?
Hurricane Thrust! Searing Gale! It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out! Lightning! A whirling struggle! Wind of heaven!
Your muffin! Try harder! Time to dust!
Heaven and earth!
Rolling snap!
A wailing let me show you what my art can do! Shine! Leather weird! Get out of there! Hell storm! Water recover!
Now I can let loose! My turn!
Here's a healing art! First
Dragon
aid!
Swarm! Rising Viper! Thrust!
Searing flame!
Luna Rongo! Try harder! Now!
Here, let me help!
Thrust!
First aid!
Dragon
What a
Swarm!
relief.
Sleep now!
Rising Viper!
Let's tear him up!
Luna Rongo! Tear! Luna Rongo!
Healing circle!
Soaring Light Spear!
So much for sitting this fight out. That wouldn't be a complaint. Nope, that's silly.
I'll take you apart! Blue Escape! Dragon Swarm! Rising Viper!
Oh, stars of light! Rain down and purify! No more playing nice! I can feel the enemy is going all out!
I'm on it! You're mine!
Eat this!
Dragon Swarm! Rising Viper! I'm not done!
Outstanding form!
Soaring Light Spear!
There! I'm on it! Hold my foe by the power of water!
Here we go again.
Air thrust! A whirling struggle! Winds of heaven! First form! Healing circle!
Now I can let loose!
Radiant First strike! Come and get it!
I'm not done! Storm! Flash!
Now!
Take this! Blue Escape! Dragon Storm! Here comes the big one!
There you go! Don't let up! Away! Searing flame! Reload! Divine Searing! Eat this! Roll now!
You're mine!
Eagle time! Mega ray! A whirling horrible! Let me show you what
Take
winds of
this!
heaven!
Blue Escape!
Shine!
Dragon Swarm! Rising Viper! I'm not done! Luna Rongo!
I really owe you one!
Searing Gale!
Reload!
First strike! Here I come! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! The hell was that thing?
Probably something that was made here and somehow managed to survive, even after all this time. Not that there's any way of knowing now.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just suddenly found myself contemplating what might have happened to the sovereigns that were meant to emerge from the crown contests.
What do you mean?
You see, the winners of the past crown contests were all strong astral arts practitioners. Furthermore, that enemy we just fought appeared to be composed of several human bodies. It was certainly nothing one would find in nature.
You're saying those were the remains of the winners? That they forgot who they once were?
I'm merely saying it's a possibility.
That's absolutely gruesome. How long had the Helganquil been at this?
It was Rena's great spirit that made them do all of this. Anything to get its astral energy.
We're not gonna jump down, right?
I certainly hope not.
After hearing Dolim's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was merely stating the possibility.
So, looks like the Helganquil have been engineering Zeugles too. Why doesn't that surprise me at this point?
The creatures we've been encountering here have been a little different to what we're used to fighting, but I'm pretty sure they're Zeugles too.
Do you think they were engineered using creatures native to the area?
Indeed. However, based on the current circumstances, I would guess these Zeugles are all that's left of the planet's fauna now.
You mean, there might have been native owl species here once upon a time too?
We're back in that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The furnishings are at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then. That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
Ah! What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back. Whew!
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
Hey, Xion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess... it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but... I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Xion, but that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to... What the... An ambush?
Sorry. Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zeugle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zeugle or not.
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Sounds like they're tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim, I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard!
Hey, that looks pretty good.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Why are you staring at me?
I could ask the same thing.
So this is how the Sovereign and Maiden are supposed to look. You two go great together.
Law, come stand between us.
Oh, sure. You want me to put something white on as well?
Of course she doesn't.
Take a closer look, Xion. It's a miracle.
What are you talking about?
This outfit, it's already got blue accents on it.
So I see.
I never thought about this until now, Alphen. But doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly, yeah. It can get pretty toasty in this thing.
Is it hard when your back starts to itch?
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara looks like she manages all right with her armor.
Armor takes a strong body and a stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not that I really get what you mean.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leak?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a dump. Right, Rinwell?
Are you doing this on purpose? I love how much amazing food we get to eat even when we're out on the road.
Me too. Especially compared to what I used to have when I was still a slave. This is paradise.
It's amazing what good food can do to keep your hopes up. Nagal used to say all the time that the power of food is subtle, yet profound.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? For whatever reason, I find I don't worry nearly as much when I've got a full stomach helping me out.
That's why you shouldn't be such a picky eater.
Huh?
She's right. You always leave food that you don't like on your plate when you're done.
Come on, what's the big deal?
Back in the day, I couldn't think about leaving any food. It was such a waste not to eat at all. You needed every last scrap of energy.
Exactly. Even when my brother and I didn't have much to eat, we all did what we could to make it taste good and enjoy what we had.
That definitely explains a lot about why you cook the way you do, Kisara.
Dohalim, I bet you don't know what any of that's like. You must be used to food being handed to you on a silver platter.
Sometimes it was gold.
You didn't shy away from that at all.
Although, there was one experience that does come to mind.
Oh?
When I first learned that the food I ate originally came from animals and fish, I was rather taken aback.
You just ate whatever was in front of you without even thinking about it?
That's a silver-spooned elite for you.
Your cooking has really improved, Xion.
It's because of you that I understand what makes it so fun. I'm glad everyone seems to enjoy what I make too.
I've noticed a disturbing trend that after it's your turn to cook, our ingredients tend to run really low. What's up with that?
That is a good point, Law. There's a weird difference between the amount of ingredients she prepares and how much food actually gets served. Curious. Very curious indeed.
I don't know. Isn't it pretty normal for veggies to shrink a little when you fry them up?
Or maybe she eats all the bad batches herself so we won't notice.
Come on, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Then how would you explain the difference?
Ahem. I have a theory that I wish to propose.
What is it?
As we all know, Xion here can have quite the appetite. I imagine she often taste tests her own food as she prepares it. By my eye, it would appear that her footprints are leaving deeper impressions as of late. Far be it from me to level such an accusation, but the facts lead me to conclude that...
She's been snacking while she cooks.
And yet, she still looks so slender in her clothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of envious, actually.
Wait a sec, are you guys trying to say she's...
I'm what?
Nothing?
Nothing.
Tell me, Dohalim, has that skill of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around town. The way they suddenly become putty in your hands.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it! How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey! What's got into Alphen and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
I came out great. Everyone's gonna be real surprised. Xion, could we talk a moment?
I thought you had something to talk about. I was waiting on you.
Not really. Why? Should I leave you alone when I don't?
No, it's fine.
We used to really have to force these conversations when we started talking to each other, didn't we?
to say the least. Hey.
What is it?
Do you think you'd like to make something together?
Make what exactly?
Just if you wanna make dinner together. What did you think I meant?
Huh? Dinner? Oh, dinner, yes. Yes, of course. Dinner. Right.
What did you think I was talking about?
No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, what did you have in mind?
Well, do you recognize these ingredients?
This is... Wait, is this?
So you remember? That's right. We're going to fix the very first meal we ever had together. Although I remember it not being well received when we had it.
You still remember that, huh? I'm sorry, Xion.
I'm just teasing you, Alphen. I picked this recipe because it's easy to make, and I thought it would be a good choice for dinner, too. Anyway, let's get to work. With both of us making it, we should be finished in no time.
I never thought we'd end up eating alone like this again. Just the two of us.
Yeah. So much has changed when you look back on it. Well, I guess maybe not what we're eating, but still.
No, I'd say even that's changed too, in a sense. Our meals are a whole lot better now.
True. We've both come quite a long way in the culinary arts.
That's not exactly what I mean. How do I put it? It feels like eating together is a lot more enjoyable than it used to be.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Even after our battles are done, when Dana is saved and our mission is finished, we'll probably still be sitting down to dinner like this, night after night.
Yep, I doubt that much will change. You've always got to eat at some point.
I hope our dinners will always feel like this.
Maybe not exactly like this. Hopefully we won't still be camping out.
Oh, no, not at all. I meant in a nice, warm house. One with a roof over our heads and a proper fireplace, instead of an open campfire.
And real chairs instead of these logs. Nice plates and silverware on a big dining table. Oh, and a proper kitchen. That'd be nice too.
And when it's time to fix dinner, we'll be in that kitchen.
Standing side by side.
Whoops. Looks like we made too much. I don't think we'll be able to finish all this.
Yeah, you're right. I'll see if anybody else is still awake. I'd really hate to have to throw it away.
Side by side, huh?
Sorry if I'm a bit restless during the night. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.